met before.
We have.
So we met at Cardiff Pride.
Backstage in August?
I mean, if that's not gossip, I don't know what is.
Oh, no, but my lips are sealed.
Well, mine are.
My lips are
well,
sealed.
I'm not going to. I nearly went into the whole world of innuendo there.
You did a vodka. I had a vodka. It was sunny.
It was
Pride.
Party,
it was
wasn't
fantastic.
It?
Yeah.
We had a great time. How have you been?
Drunk. A lot of the time. Yeah.
Excellent.
But
excellent.
I'm here today. Welcome you back to Cardiff.
Thank you. It's nice to be here.
You keep coming back.
I know. And maybe I love the place. Maybe I love you.
Oh, hopefully.
It could be.
Someone's
it could be a
got
mixture,
to.
a cocktail of the two.
Someone's got to.
I am back, and I'm going to be back for my longest ever time in the inside the Welsh border, which is I'm coming 8 weeks and 3 days. I'm going to be here.
You'll literally be Welsh.
Do
By
you
the
think
end
by
of
the
it,
end
no,
of it?
we'll adopt.
So how will I have changed then?
Well, you get 3 wishes because you're going to be the fairy
Fairy.
Gok mother?
Fairy Gok mother, absolutely.
Genius name.
Thank you very much indeed.
Genius
Thank you.
name.
It was all mine. All
Is
mine.
it your first time in Panto?
No, it's not. It's my 7th.
7th time?
I've done 7 of these in a run. I've not had a Christmas in 7 years. Actually, it's always Christmas when you're in Panto, but I've not had a Christmas with the family for 7 years.
That's
right?
a long time.
It's a long time, but it's so addictive. It's just the most incredible experience. It's so much fun. There's so much chaos. It's so naughty. I love it. I absolutely love it.
And you're going to love Cardiff. I mean,
Yeah.
first of all, your co-stars, Mike Doyle, Kerry
Yeah.
Dupree.
I know.
Iconic local Panto legends.
royalty going on. I know. I'm really lucky. I'm really lucky because I think I'm going to learn a huge amount from them, and also I feel I know already. Actually.
Yes.
And I've met Kerry about 1,000 years ago. Don't tell her; she'll get really upset. But so yeah, it's going to be really, really interesting. And also, I normally do Cinderella with Brian Connolly, but he bores me. So I got rid of him.
Well, at
this
least
year.
you're honest.
Yeah, absolutely. I love you, Brian, but he's boring now. And so I'm here on my Todd. It's going to be very exciting. Why am I going to love Cardiff then?
You're
I
gonna
love Cardiff
because
already.
we have the best nightlife.
You have an
Right?
incredible nightlife.
And if you're staying in the centre, you don't need taxis. Everything's within walking
Yeah,
distance.
absolutely.
And everyone's
Are
friendly.
you going to take me out?
Absolutely.
You promise?
It's a tradition that everyone that does Panto comes to one of our karaoke nights.
I've heard
on
about
a Wednesday
this at the
in the Golden
LGBT
Cross,
place, right?
yes.
The Golden Cross, no less.
So you must come, and we've just celebrated 21 years as an LGBTQ plus venue
That's
in Cardiff.
amazing.
I think it's the oldest one in Wales now.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
And so, hold on. So that's on what night is that?
Wednesday.
On a Wednesday night. So what we should do then is after we've done the show, second
Straight
week
over.
of Panto, we're going to come down. But you haven't heard me sing.
You haven't heard us.
Oh, is it that?
It's karaoke. That's all I'm
Brilliant.
going to say. That's what it's expected.
I literally sing like a car crash. If you want to know what my voice sounds like, it sounds like a truck going into a tree. That's what it sounds like.
But you're going to look good.
Well, this is true.
You're going to look good.
Yeah,
This is the difference.
Yeah, Cinderella's just in rags.
You're
Who
gonna
cares
look
about that?
So speaking of looking good,
Yeah.
what's your costumes like?
Oh, it's gorgeous. I have one costume. I have
One?
Yeah, just one. Actually, I have a change at the end for the walk. They call it the walk down.
Okay.
That's how we talk in Panto. It's called the walk down. At the very end, you come down in a different costume, and the whole set is that colour, and you are part of that. And it's basically like Mardi Gras has thrown up on stage. It's the most magical moment. But I have a big silver costume, and it's a little bit futuristic. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of like the love child of Alvin, Stardust, and Elvis.
I'm having
It's kind of somewhere in that space. It's very tight. I put it on today. I have to say, it was I definitely went up an octave as soon as the trousers went on, which was nice. And it's gorgeous. I love it. And Joe, I didn't design it either. When I first started doing Panto, the producers asked me if I wanted to design my own. I thought, I can't do that. There's just no way. And I'm so glad I didn't, because it just uses a completely different part of your imagination to create something like that. And so I love it.
Let somebody else do it.
I know, exactly. I'm just going to go to the pub with you and
Absolutely,
karaoke.
you're gonna have the best time in Cardiff.
I'm looking forward
The
to it.
best time in Cardiff.
And it's really friendly here, which is why I like it. I get to travel with my job, and there's nothing worse than going out for drinks of an evening and then people not wanting to chat to you, where there is no problem here at all.
After your last visit, I remember my Facebook being literally selfie after selfie with Gok Wan.
Yes. it's
So
true.
well done. You
It
should
did-
charge.
It did happen.
You should charge.
I should charge. Yeah, it's very friendly. I remember being on the stage and looking out, and this was probably about 11 o'clock at night now, and you could just see that there was this row, thousands of people there, row after row of people that had started drinking at 4 a.m.
I know.
And we were at 11 o'clock at night now, and they were so hammered.
Welcome to
It was
Cardiff.
amazing, and there were just groups of people jumping out of sync all over the place. It was amazing.
Right, so you're playing the fairy godmother.
Hmm.
If somebody granted you 3 wishes right now, what would you wish for?
What would I wish for? Oh my God.
No
one's
limits.
ever asked me.
No limits.
Oh, no limits. World peace. Definitely world peace. I
Obviously,
would definitely go for world
obviously.
peace. I would go for 6 months off work without feeling like I should be at work. Now that's the caveat.
That's the
caveat,
That's a good
because
one.
I don't want to feel that I should be at work. So 6 months off, and then probably I would wish to stay in the EU. Bit political, but probably.
Why not? You're entitled to an opinion.
Exactly. So world peace. 6 months off work in the EU.
Now, see, you could have been greedy and said I'd like another 10 wishes.
Ah, or
Could
maybe
have,
I'm just
you could
stupid.
have. Yeah, yeah.
Maybe I'm just thick.
No, you're not.
That could
thick.
be
You're
it.
not stupid. You choose Cardiff. You're not stupid at all. Not at all. So why do you think Cinderella and Panto is still so popular in the UK?
Well, okay. So why is Cinderella? It's the ultimate story of all time. If you think about it, can you name it? Okay. Here's a question for you now. Can you tell me a single story that doesn't involve some form of a makeover?
Oh, Godzilla.
Yeah, there's a makeover. They fall in love. That's a makeover of emotions.
I've never seen it, so
Yeah.
I don't know. You could.
Not Godzilla. She doesn't fall in love with the animal, but then there's.
I'm just trying to be smart and
No,
catch
you
you
see?
out.
No,
see?
no,
But you're right.
Okay, there isn't a single story out there, because stories, fables, situations, they all involve the turning of an emotion or the change of something, and so it's the ultimate in makeover
So
stories.
there's been a Gok Wan
Yeah.
forevermore.
No, exactly, this is it.
There's
See,
been
I
a
was
Gok
destined
Wan
to play this
forevermore.
part. And so it's the ultimate story of hope and love and joy and the most incredible journey. And the thing is, if you think about it, we all know the story of Cinderella, yet we still
Yeah.
will go and sit through a 2-hour performance of it. And because even though we know the start, middle, and the end, and so that's how good the story is. So that's the first thing. The second reason why would you go to Panto is, and it's because life is really tough. All the time it's
Can
really
be.
tough. And well, for everybody it's really
Yeah.
tough, and I do believe that. And so it's the ultimate escapism, is to go with your friends or your family and watch a group of people enjoy themselves on stage, telling you a wonderful story and having every single one of your senses illuminated by the set and the sound and the lights and the humour and the energy in the room. It's the ultimate afternoon or evening out, and we should look forward to that at Christmas, because we should be celebrating more and we should be escaping a little bit more. There's nothing wrong with wanting to have a couple of hours off of your life.
And it is such a Christmas tradition.
It's amazing, and also we own it in this country.
We do.
They've tried to do it in the Middle East, they've tried to do it in Australia, it has never worked. We own this, and we should be so brutally proud of something that we created and that exists and that people love.
Well, it's certainly not going out of fashion, is it?
No, exactly. It's
You know,
definitely
you love
on
fashion.
trend. Pantomime is on vogue. You heard it here first.
So, I mean, speaking of traditions, what would Christmas be for Gok Wan?
So Christmas will be on the motorway, bombing up to my parents
You do
after the show.
dash home quickly.
Yeah, I do. There's only one Christmas that I missed with my family
Yeah.
in 22 years. That's
Oh,
how old
wow.
I am. So I've only missed one Christmas. And that was because I was down in Plymouth in Panto and I couldn't get back to my parents. I just didn't have enough time. And so this year I will be finishing the show on Christmas Eve. I'll be loading up the car with the presents and the dog, and I will be driving. I'm bringing the dog, by the way.
I love it.
I'm bringing the dog to Panto, and she's going to be looking out for Toto. She's going to try and take over. And then I'll be bumming up to my parents and having, just the most normal day. My family don't drink, which is really good for me because I'll be driving, obviously. But then, so it's like it's a sober, lovely, wonderful day of
Feet up.
feet up and
Eat.
eating, and you know what? It's just lovely just to be around them, and then I'll bomb back in the evening ready for the.
It's so hard to come
the
back to
Boxing
work
Day.
then, though.
But you know what? You say that it's not, because my family drive me nuts, and so 6 hours is enough. You've not
Home.
met my father. I mean, I can't understand a word he says, and so to spend 6 hours trying to decipher his Chinese English. So that's it.
And, you know, quickly before we go, you've played Panto, you've done Panto 7 times.
Mhm.
What's been your favourite character, and what character would you love to do in the future?
Okay, so my favourite character is definitely the fairy godmother.
Okay.
But I would probably like to play Prince Charming, because I have been born with these looks, and I just don't want them to be wasted. And so I feel like I'm a natural casting
Obviously.
for Prince Charming. So definitely Prince Charming. And you know, if there's any casting directors out there that want to recognise this beauty, this masculine beauty, then just let us know.
And who's going to be under your mistletoe this Christmas?
Hopefully you.
Oh, there, well,
Yeah.
speechless.
And there's no one else actually. And if you're not under my mistletoe, then I don't want any.
I seen what you told the last interviewer.
You can't talk about that here.
I can't.
He was quite old.
He'll give the video a like now. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Right, really look forward to seeing you.
I can't wait for karaoke.
Bob, you going to be there?
Yeah, I will be there.